She pushed me. She was trembling when I found her in the corner of the room, her lips pale, her breath uneven, yet she managed to whisper, barely audible, "She pushed me." Those 3 words crawled under my skin like poison. My daughter's eyes flicked toward the staircase, and only then did I notice the bruises on her arm. The pattern was deliberate, not an accident, not a stumble. I raised my gaze, slow, calculated, and met the shadow standing just behind us. Pretending nothing had happened, her voice calm, her smile precise. "Children fall," she said, almost dismissive. But my daughter's eyes, they didn't lie. A crack appeared in the world I thought I knew, and in that silence I felt something colder than fear settle in my chest. Not panic, not rage, a decision forming. At first, I wanted to believe the lie. It would have been easier. Children stumble, skin tears, bones bruise. I wanted the simplicity of that explanation. But the way my daughter clutched my sleeve, as if anchoring herself against a storm only she could see, there was no innocence in her fear. I looked at the woman I once trusted. Her face was carved in confidence, a mask she had perfected over years. She touched my daughter's hair with fingers too light, too rehearsed, as though the gesture itself was theater for me. Later that night, when the house was quiet, I sat in the dark. I replayed every smile, every word, every absence. The phone left face down, the sudden late meetings, the faint scent of perfume not her own. Infidelity was a rumor I had buried long ago, but this was worse. If she could hurt the child, what else had been hidden beneath her skin? I didn't ask questions. Not yet. Questions give power. I preferred silence. Silence is sharper. It cuts deeper than any blade. I became a student of her life, a patient, disciplined observer. While she slept, I scrolled through her messages, deleted conversations that weren't deleted well enough. A man's name repeated in fragments. Nothing explicit, only patterns, breadcrumbs for the careful. I ordered a DNA kit in secret, not because I doubted my daughter, but because my mind demanded precision. Betrayal wears many masks, and I needed to know which one I was facing. Each day I watched her play her role. Breakfast placed neatly on the table, a kiss that landed on my cheek but never reached my skin. She moved through the house as if it belonged to her, but I had already begun reclaiming it. Every silence, every sideways glance, every delay was a brick removed from her fortress. My daughter avoided her, flinched at her touch. That was enough evidence for my heart, but my mind wanted proof. Absolute, undeniable truth. The test results arrived 2 weeks later. The envelope sat on my desk, a quiet executioner waiting for me to lift the blade. I didn't open it immediately. Power lies in patience. Letting the truth wait makes it heavier. I carried it through the house, its weight burning a hole in my hand. I studied her as she laughed at something meaningless on her phone, oblivious to the noose tightening around her throat. Finally, I opened it. Alone. The paper was clinical, merciless. One line carved everything into clarity. Probability of paternity, 0%. I didn't scream, didn't weep. My silence was enough. That night after dinner, I placed the report in front of her. No words, just paper on wood. She blinked once, twice. Her mask faltered. "What is this?" I didn't answer. She read. Her breath caught. Her fingers trembled as she gripped the edges, as though she could tear reality itself apart if she just pulled hard enough. Finally, her voice cracked. "It's not what you think." But I always knew. I leaned back, watching her unravel, a performance no longer polished. She was small now, fragile. The confidence that once commanded every room drained out of her like water from a broken glass. I didn't need her confession. The truth was written in ink, sealed in numbers. She begged. Words tripped over themselves, explanations, excuses, half-formed apologies. I stayed silent. Silence is not forgiveness. Silence is execution. When she reached for my hand, I let her fingers hover in the air, unanswered. Then, calm as breath, I said, "She pushed me." Her face whitened. She knew exactly whose words I echoed. My daughter's, the only voice that mattered. I stood, slow, deliberate, walked upstairs, gathered my daughter in my arms. She clung to me, her small frame trembling, but this time she wasn't alone. We left that night, no shouting, no slammed doors, just the sound of footsteps retreating. Her world collapsing behind us. I didn't look back. That was her punishment. No rage, no chaos, just the knowledge that she was left behind, powerless, exposed. The morning after, the sky was gray, heavy with rain. My daughter slept beside me in the small apartment I had chosen. She was safe. That was enough. I thought of the house, the life, the years spent building a reality that never existed. The betrayal didn't wound me anymore. It clarified me. It stripped everything false until only truth remained. People imagine revenge as fire, but they are wrong. True revenge is absence. It is the void left when you withdraw yourself completely. I no longer felt her shadow pressing against me, no longer heard her rehearsed laughter echoing through my head. I was free. And freedom, I learned, doesn't roar, it whispers. Just like my daughter did in the corner of that room. She pushed me. Now she will never touch us again.